Ladies and gentlemen, the world, yes, not yet, Brett, after the movie. The worldwide premiere of 3 Teams, a youth sports story. Enjoy the movie, quiet. We will talk to you in 71 minutes. Thank you very much. I think that the girls come with a little less NBA culture. I think it's a little easier for them to listen because they may not know everything as early as 5th or 6th grade. So I think it's an easier experience to coach girls. Not that they play any harder, not that they compete any, less, but it just seems that it's a simpler existence, girls to boys. That's been my experience coaching my daughter and coaching my son's teams for the last few years. Mr. Senate.
Great film.
Thank you, sir.
Different levels of A's, B's, C's. How you coach differently is the same. How do you do it?
Well, you have to look at what you have, right? And you have a group of lesser players. You have to coach accordingly, and then you move up the ladder. But the the lesser players and the better players in our world are not so different, right? So you put in a basic structure, and you try to get the kids to go up a level, I think. The best thing about not having ABC is that the A players sometimes, on a B team, for example, have to learn about how do they lead the team that's not as, the players who are not as strong then. And so they get something to learn from. The middle kids maybe want to move up. And then the lesser kids, playing with better kids, they push up. So I think it's really team by team, and you don't do it so differently, I don't think. You put in your basic playbook and you coach accordingly. I don't think it's so different. Yes, sir.
What age do you think the parents should stop coaching their children?
8th grade's a good time, I think. Listen, this world is in play, right? It's not changing. So we're coaching our kids from 1st grade until high school starts, and then we move them to the real coaches, right? So I don't think there's a limit, but the world tells us that, probably middle school, I guess, right? So somewhere around 7th, 8th grade, it's over, and then we move them into the high school level, and then whatever we've taught them, the first 7 years, they could use or not use to try to make their JV and varsity teams. Yes, sir.
What happened in that last game?
I got out-coached, and it's funny, because I told Crew we're going to watch that before he goes to college, the film of that game. We were so much of a better team than them that I can't believe it, but that's what sports is, right? One game, they outplayed us, we lost a little composure, and season over. But that was not a good one. We were, you just hurt me a little bit in my heart. We were, that was the end of the run for the boys, and I've had these guys for, since 4th, 5th grade. So it was 3 great years, and then over with. Actually, boys team, come up here one sec. Boys team, come up here. I want to introduce you to everybody. When I started coaching these guys, I was bigger than everybody. I want you to know that. So this group right here, which is our town JV and soon-to-be varsity, give them a hand. Some already varsity. Aiden, Holy Trinity. We'll get him back, don't worry, it's just a matter of time. So this group right here started in an A-level CYO in 6th grade. Now, of course, when you watch the film, my thing is not winning and losing, but 36-4 after 3 years. So our town, playing against other communities, you will be very proud of these guys watching them play JV and varsity in 2-3 years. So they're a great group of kids, so thank you very much. All right. time. Sit down, I gotta bring the girls up now. Yes, Caroline.
Okay, Layla's left-hand layup, so their favorite play.
Layla's left-hand layup may be the best play I've ever seen in my life, by the way. Now, you have to understand this, Caroline. The year, she made another one? The reason why it's such a great play, Caroline, is the year before that, and the year before that, she could not have done that. So the whole thing here, our job as coaching you children is trying to make you improve each season. That's it. A little bit at a time, from little kids to middle-sized kids to big kids, then we put you into the high school story. Just a little bit of time, and that improvement was unbelievable from the year or two before that. So that's my best play ever. Yes, Sandy?
Mom, Dad, brothers, and crowd, be here to see this film that you produced. You really did a fantastic job. One question I have is that you have the message, great message. How do you get it out for the population to see what it is, as opposed to just staying here, getting out more to get this message across and say, hey, this is what it should be about, athletics for young people?
You know, so you should know, Sandy worked with my dad for his entire athletic college coaching career for over 30 years at Queensborough Community College. So that's where that comes from, and I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know if the message, I try to get it out through film festivals, and I try to sell my film and get it to theaters or HBO or Showtime or something like that. That's what we're trying to do now. But I don't know if people are interested in community-based sports anymore. I think people want to go play on this travel or that travel and want to be better than their neighbors. I don't understand it. I don't get it, but I watch it every day, so I try to get it out. But we want to be better than the kid next to us. We don't want to play together for 10 years and then have a great experience to talk about 5 years after college. I don't know why that's become that. I didn't live it. I didn't understand it when I first moved to town, but that's where we are. So hopefully some people think like I do and it means something to, because I know what happens in this town happens exactly in Roslyn and exactly, like I said in the movie, all over the country. That's what it is. We want to be better than everybody quicker. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Yes?
Again, congratulations. It was really a beautiful film. The message that your father always felt, the message that we all felt working together. I just have a question about, can we buy this film? I have a lot of people who are my former students that are athletic directors and coaches now. I just think that their program and they would benefit from seeing this film.
You can buy it. We're going to get it online. We're going to set up a system where you can just buy it right online. The answer is yes, but first we're trying to sell it to a big boy to distribute it. So give me a minute on that, but the answer is yes. Over the next several months, we will have something online where you can purchase it right off the internet.
It's excellent, Ron.
Thank you very much, Carol. Yes, Bob. Well, assuming that the kids grow up in the youth sports in Port and then move into the high school, the better we make them, the better we are. So I hear our team's not good. Well, why is West Islip good? Very simple. They build a lot of kids and make them good lacrosse players by the time they get to high school. Why are we not good? Same reason. I went to a lacrosse practice this weekend, and we were unbelievable. I was so proud of our town team. So we can do it in other sports, and we can do it with basketball specifically, but now you're going to tell me, but we're 6-foot white kids. And I'm going to say we could be the toughest group we could be and go compete against the big kids, the fast kids, the athletic kids, and that's the best we could do, but it doesn't matter. right? We have to make our kids as best they could be and feed them up. This is not a scholarship conversation. That's where it starts from, that's the problem. This has nothing to do with that. You see the numbers. We're not getting scholarships, and if we do, God bless. But the point is, the coaches in town keeping us together is what makes our program great, like a West Side Slip or a Bridgehampton. That's it. There's no genie in a bottle. We have to make our kids better so we can have more kids filling the pipeline for our varsity teams, which will then be better, you know? It's not magic. That's what has to get done. Absent that, you can't be good programs, because you can't have good players year after year after year after year after year. Can't do it. Yes, sir.
I understand what you learned as a coach and an organizer, but what do you think you learned as a parent of these children and for other parents too, pretty much?
You know, as a parent, I've tried and won some and lost some to lessen the burden on my kid to go play on every team under the sun, right? I win some, I lose some on that. You know, I grew up, and in 7th grade, I played 4 games. 4 games in 7th grade. That's a weekend for us nowadays. So I think the hardest thing for a parent to do now is protect the kids from the stupidness and the travel and the craziness week in and week out. That's the hardest thing to do, and that's what I've tried to do best with my kids.
And how does it translate into the real world, you think?
Well, you know, life is a team sport, right? So that's it. Everything we do in life, we do with a group and with somebody. So life and sports, sports and school is all the same stuff. There's no difference. You're on a team. You don't show up for practice. You're on a team. You tell the coach he stinks. You're on a team. You blame that coach and you go play with that coach. What are we teaching our kid? Not too much. So there is nothing different from sports and school and life. It's all the same stuff. Gentlemen. The girls will always be my favorite team, Julia. All right? Jake Block. This is a Scotty jacket. I'm very proud of this jacket. Don't make fun of this jacket. It's a good jacket. Yes, Mr. Ernst.
Great work with the MSFPA. I want to see both you and your perspective. I recommend, I think it was the same child, Billy. First question, do you still keep in touch with these kids and you know what's kind of like
I am going to do a clinic in February with PAL. Yes, I've kept in touch with Jackie. Here's what's amazing. Billy has been shot twice. Okay? Because we in here, he is probably 14 or 15 now. He was involved in and out of a gang. He became fully immersed in the gang life. Jackie has told me firsthand she can't protect him anymore because there are other gangs in town and she can't be on one side or another. So we worry about playing time on a 4th grade CYO team, and there's bigger things to take care of with our kids, right? He's in a gang, and he may never get, he probably will never get out. But that's what happened. Yeah, it's sad. Okay, we're good?
Bring the girls up.
Oh, girls, I'm sorry, girls, come up, and then we'll be out of here. Come on. Girls team, come up here. My favorite team ever. Come on. My newest team is going to be my favorite team, but not yet. You only played 2 games. Come on. What's next question? This team is still playing, folks. And hold on, and this year we're making the playoffs. Maybe. All right. All right. You got what people go. Listen, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in town. Thank you.